Hey Aaron, can I get your help?
Absolutely.
Yay!
How's it going?
Pretty good. Sweaty but good.
Oh.
How about you?
Um, Not sweaty, and but good.
Bad.
So I had a call with Leslie earlier today and showed her kind of the one pager lead magnet thing I built for her, and she was super excited about that. So she scheduled a paid reviewed session. So she's gonna just kind of sign off on it next time we meet. Um, and then I showed that to Randy today on the call, and he's like, "Ooh, we should do that." So, Randy's been kind of in that space of like he wants to launch something. It's not like super clear, and like I can't really do that work for him. So I've just been kind of waiting till he feels like he's ready to move, and now he feels like he's ready to move. He kind of knows what he's um, trying to offer people and like how to say that. So um, the like what I told him of like helping him get 100 people in his membership. It's like I'm not personally inviting those people, but I feel like now that you kind of have enough, like I can kind of mine what you're trying to do and put it into some marketing language and be give him like the resources and a platform to actually start attracting those people. So it's like really good progress, and now I have at least one case study, like with Leslie, of a paid client that has a concrete thing that I can demonstrate that, um, like at its simplest, a sexy story is literally just a story that you can tell. But like having crafted marketing material is also a great a way of like showing people this is the value of what you get and here's how to take action and work with me. So and she said like as a testimonial, she's like, hey, if you want me to say like what my experience has been. So we just did it on the call, and she literally said like, hey, like before you offered to help me, I was feeling overwhelmed. She literally used that language on her own. She's like, I just didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to communicate like all of the different things that I know how to do and how to help people. And so then, what I felt like I got was I can actually start saying, this is what I do to help people. And now I can actually enroll people into like coaching and that sort of thing. She said, what I feel like it did was it helped me tell people what I do, and it helped me because before I felt like stuck and I couldn't move forward, and now I feel like I can move ahead and make progress. And so she kind of said in her own words the story of the transformation that's happening with her and her business, and so it was really
Well,
cool.
I'm just wondering, because I don't know how far along in the process she is. Do you think she would be a potential customer for 5 minute Facebook groups, or is she like too far along with wouldn't be worth it?
And I think she is a potential customer. For her, it's sort of like I don't know all the different things she's juggling right now. Um, but she is definitely the kind of person who like wants to she only really wants to work with the dogs. Like that's what she wants her main source of income to come from. So running a community, like doing it right, and maybe either handing it off to an assistant or like having her just do, oh, I just need to do this task, that kind of thing, so that she can kind of check back out and get back to the stuff that she really wants to work on. I think she is kind of like the ideal client because she knows what her niche is, she knows what her market is, she's an expert in her industry. This solves a problem for her in terms of like removing the overwhelm of a community being something that she uses in her business and giving that community to talk about what she does.
Okay.
I think she's definitely a potential client.
In that case, let me ask you a question. Why haven't you ordered it yet?
What's that?
So in that case, let me be a dick and ask you a question. Why haven't you asked her or told her about it yet?
I did actually. I mean, part of the way that I got her, well, part of the reason she asked for the graphic thing that I made was because I showed her ours, and she's like, "Oh, actually, that sounds really, really good," because that's exactly what I need. It's like I need somebody to just like take me by the hand and show me exactly what to do. So right now, I'm trying to make sure that this is off of her consciousness. It's like we are done with the project. That's what I'm trying to get. It's like, so once she pays me and we've checked this off as like completed, and she hands this off to somebody, it's like, then there'll be that space to have that conversation. So I think in the follow-up session when she's like, okay, yeah, we're done, get a thumbs up, and I send her the document, I'll be like, hey, so the next step would be like, um, setting up your community, that sort of thing. Is
Okay.
this, can I invite you to come to our webinar and see like exactly what we have planned? And like, I would love your feedback because you're the kind of person that we're trying to help. And if this isn't helpful for you, like, I'd love to know that.
All right, that makes sense. Just
So,
kind of being I don't want to say coach because I don't want to be a coach. The person who's like pushing you, like,
yeah.
it's do it, It's like, unfortunately, I can't do it for you. So all I can do is like, come on, you can
Mhm.
do it.
But yeah, that's exactly what we need is like people like her that they're sort of established and they they just need somebody to say, oh, you can do this part of your business and it's super easy. So I feel good about that. Now I just need to send like a whole bunch of messages this week and invite people to Thursday.
Yeah,
So,
that's what that was going to be my next question. Because I'm like,
mhm,
well, Monday, that means that it's in 4 days. So I'm just like,
mhm.
you need to setting people, otherwise there's no point in giving it.
Yeah.
So what can I do to help? Because I mean, at this point, there's nothing I can really do from my end.
Mhm.
So what can I do to support, assist, or kick you in the butt, whatever you need?
Yeah. So, well, before I forget, I do want to like just coordinate some calendar stuff because I have some things coming up eventually that I just want to make sure that we've talked about. So on the 9th, um, it's technically
9th,
8, 9,
Friday.
8, 9, and 10. Yeah, 9th is Friday. Um, I probably will be busy that day. I know we don't have an official call scheduled, but sometimes we do end up like talking. But I just wanted to make a note that day. I'm gonna be out,
Okay.
and then potentially I'm hoping I can get out of it. Honestly, actually, I'm gonna just say that's what I want. So that's what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna tell my dad I'm busy that day because I told him that I have the our meeting in the afternoon, which is when we have the webinar scheduled every week. And he wanted some help, like from I don't know, like 8 to noon or something on something he's doing. That's just a volunteer thing, and I'm just gonna say I'm busy that day.
It's just funny because like since I kind of built the webinar, it's like I could give it for you, but it's like you gave it once. So it's like I don't know the stories well enough to be able to tell them.
Yeah, we're not
Like
quite
handle the
we're not quite
stories.
to the place where we know it off the back of our hand.
It's like I
But
know I
yeah.
could handle everything else. It's like I could
Mhm.
probably come up with like my own stories because it's like I probably have a better shot at just winging my own stories
Yeah.
than remember your story.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's
But yeah,
like
so that
if you kind of like
so
need to
I'm gonna
skip
just
the webinar, no problem.
yeah, so I'm just gonna tell him I'm gonna make this change on here from the 9th to the 11th. So yeah, I'll get back with him and just say I can't do it on the 8th, but I'll help you on Friday and Saturday. And then the following week, I don't think should affect you, but on the 16th and 17th, my folks are going to be out of town, so I'm watching my grandma basically all day. So Friday, I'm just going to take off. I'm not going to schedule any calls with anybody.
All right, well, Friday I don't have anything on my schedule, so I won't do anything. It's just I know that we won't have to schedule anything. Is there anything that's like pre-scheduled that I need to cancel?
Nothing that I see right
Okay.
now. Tomorrow I scheduled something for 2 p.m. with Randy from 2 to 3 p.m. So in mid-afternoon tomorrow, I'll be busy, but up until 1 p.m. or so, I should be okay. So if we need to do some like reorganizing on the webinar tomorrow, we could. And it looks like I have something. Did I give somebody a? Apparently somebody's on my calendar for Wednesday for like 15 minutes at 2 p.m. So yeah, tomorrow and
Like,
Wednesday, anything up to 2 p.m. is open.
okay. So at this point, I'm just wondering, what is the most effective thing we need to be doing right now? Like, is it just since we're there, we have time? Do you just want to, be on the call and go invite everyone that you need to invite on your end, just to make sure it's like, all right, done, out of the way, we can move on to the next thing? Because I mean, from my end, there's not really much I can do for that.
Yeah. Yeah, we could do that. Let's see.
I
What?
feel like once we give it, once officially with
Mhm.
people attending, and if we make a sale, then we're like, all right, time to, kick this up and start trying to drive traffic. And that's when I can kind of jump back in and try different strategies to drive traffic. But until then, it's like all the contacts are made through you. I'm just like,
Mhm.
I can't reach out to them. That would be weird. It's like, hey, no, Aaron. Yeah, well, he's giving a webinar. You want to go? Like, who are you?
I know exactly what I can do. I have 3 messenger groups that are like all part of the coachathon thing, and I can just drop a invitation. Let's see, where is gonna be? Hmm, that's interesting.
Oh, actually, that's not true. There probably is something I can do on my end, which
I
is
wonder
try
why.
to connect the email to one of our emails. And I know last time I was trying to connect a website email to to Outlook, it wasn't working for some reason. So I'm going to try again, and if it doesn't work, we're probably going to have to connect to
Mhm.
email.
Yeah, so once we kind of get people into this webinar and we feel like we've gotten it down to, I don't know, reasonable time frame, and we're getting closer to being able to like automate that. One thing that I do think I would like to do is create essentially like a mini I want to create like a 1-page template that's designed to get them to book a call. and it's something that's like for different resources, different ways that I can help people. Um, like every time I come up with a new thing, like if I have a conversation with somebody and help them on something, it's like I can record a 5-minute video saying, "Oh, I did this, 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 and this. If you would like that," or like I can teach them, "Okay, here's how to solve this problem." So it's like we can just start building out. Anytime we create content, it can go as a like a funnel resource. So when people say, "Hey, Aaron, how do you do this with your Facebook groups?" or how do I attract more leads?" or that sort of thing. When people have questions, we create a resource that's like, "Here's the answer to that question. And by the way, if you want more structured help, like click here to watch a free webinar, or click here to schedule a call to get help with this exact problem," or whatever. And so like that way we have ways that anytime somebody raises their hand as a lead, we can drive them to, like, we dump them into the funnel basically. But it directly addresses the thing that, so it's probably going to take a little bit of time to get up to that place where like we're just creating like copies of like a template page, and then I'm creating resources like just every time we do something new. But I think that will help us systemize catching a lot more of the people in our net. So like anytime somebody likes a post or comments like, "Oh yeah, how would you do that?" and be like, "Well, I have a great resource for that." It's like, "Would you like me to send it to you?" And then, you know, every time we have somebody that's like kind of somewhat curious, you're putting uh basically a hook in front of them. And so I think that's, anyway, that's the
Yeah,
thought.
that does make sense.
Ooh, maybe what would be good, it'd be if I can figure out every time I teach a new resource or answer a question, like whether it's, seems like there should be like a framework. It's like either this is a testimonial on a way I've helped somebody do a specific thing that people are asking for, or it's like I'm teaching an idea, or I'm responding to something that's like a question I get asked a lot. If I can find some way to like thread that back to join my free community. So it's like we're funneling them to the Facebook group. And then the Facebook group is constantly nurturing, constantly like, because that's where we'll put all the testimonials, that's where we'll put all the belief shifting posts and that sort of thing. So any kind of free resource and any sort of like VSL mini, here's like a little worksheet, or just like a video of me explaining something, like any kind of Loom. Oh, that maybe that's what I should do. Instead of having to create like a page, well, I do see some value in creating a page. Maybe we do it only after we validated that something like actually converts well. I don't know. Because Loom, you can record video, uh, trainings, video messages, that sort of thing in Loom, and then it's set up to where you can have a call to action at the end. It's like you put in a link and it directs them somewhere. So at the end of like every Loom video, or I could even do it with Soapbox, but like at the end of the video, it's like, go here to join the free community or whatever. So then I could do that. Maybe that would be easier. I'll just answer people's questions as they come up and do it as a way to push into the community. Because the Facebook group I think will be the best. I mean, in in my head, the Facebook group will be the one app that we keep like refining and polishing into getting it to convert people to like go sign up for the webinar thing.
All right, just for the fun of saying the catchphrase, I just realized we're idiots. We just need to go through the process that you teach people in the course. Because what we're needing to do for a business is exactly what you teach people to do in the course. We just need to do that.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, all right, what is the strategy they use to create posts in other groups to attract people to their group and take people in their business?
Mm-hmm.
We need to do.
Cool. So let's do it.
Although we're jumping one step ahead. Step one is inviting everyone that we've already been in contact with, reached out to,
Yeah.
provided to, and by we I mean you, because I don't do it.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, all right. How much time do you have?
Roughly 90 minutes. Usually we leave around 4, so about an hour and a half.
You think that'll give us enough time to reach out to everyone that you've helped and just kind
Yeah,
of
let me do it right now. Let me
restart
write
the
a
conversation
little.
and invite them to the webinar, like whatever process makes the most sense.
Yeah, I think I have. Oh, that's why. Okay, I actually need to join. Okay, that's funny. So maybe I'll need to find a different way to do this. Whatever. So Thursday on the 1st, 2 p.m. confirm. Aaron Weber. Schedule event. I feel like I should call this something different. Instead of 5-minute Facebook groups webinar, because I don't know what that is yet. The permanently fire overwhelm from your business or something. Okay. Now it should be on my calendar. Yay! I didn't have the thing on my calendar for whatever reason.
Which thing?
And then I realized the webinar, and I realized that like you have to actually manually join it because I set it up through Calendly. So there's like a limited amount of spots, which I mean that's great, but like I actually have to physically join it.
Oh,
So like I just need to do that. Like maybe I'll just do that. I'll join it for the
that's
next month
so
or two.
funny. It's like 12 people join, you can't even join your own webinar and you can't attend. Oh wait, that means I have to
Yeah,
join. Or can you just send me the link? Or do I actually have?
I could send you the link. Yeah. So let me
I don't
see.
even
Am
send the link
I?
or sign up for the link to like work.
No, you can. I mean, because the Zoom link itself is just to open.
Oh yeah,
Like,
okay,
if you
it's
have the
limited.
link, you can join it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's just limited through if you book through Calendly. So what they see, it looks like there's a limited amount of slots, which is just a. I mean, the only reason I'm doing it but like that is to help them feel like, oh, there's only a few spots in here. Probably should sign up. Let's see. Okay, so I have. All right, I'm getting sidetracked here. Okay, so I'm gonna write a post inviting people to this copy single use link. Copy link. Okay. what should I call this? Let's see. Fire overwhelm from your business.
I'll let you do that. Let me know if you need any help. I'll try to connect the email to my email in the meantime. And if it works, then we'll have to do yours.
Okay. Okay, that looks okay. Copy single. All right. Now let's go to my messages. Should have several groups in here. Let's see if I can find them. Here we go. I'd like to know what that number is. Say it. Coma clubs, nothing interesting. Story content. No, is that it? For content? No, it's not that one. Business besties, orders, prospecting, amended time sheet, transfer. Where? Oh, nothing interesting, Tally. It was like the second one. Silly.
Silly goose.
Silly goose. Oh man. I'm gonna have to move all this stuff over here. 3, episode 6. So sheet 2. Did I do it? Okay. Okay, now I need to figure out how did I get this formatted. Format, number, custom number format, I think. Should be. Dang, can't remember. How did I do it over here? The tally. Text is that plus that plus that plus that. Hours and text. Hours and text. And how are these formatted? These are formatted in okay, format. So this formula is mm, same thing, I think. Error. Oops. Comma, H, and what else I have here, isn't it? Text. F2, someone, and init. It's not the right format, maybe? No, it's the same format. Well, what is happening here?
You okay?
Oh, it could be that. Oh my word. That's really it. Holy cow. That doesn't sound plausible. Sorry. What? That's not right. Oh, that's why. Yeah, it's not right. All right, let's see.
I have no clue. It's very complicated.
It, yeah, definitely not. That's not what I was trying to do. Let's do this. Copy. Um, oops. There. That's probably more like it. And this. I tried to tally the number of hours that we've done nothing interesting, and it came out to like just the last month came out to like 200 some hours. I was like, that's not
Okay, so what you're saying is that instead of being productive, you're wasting time?
right. Well, I wanted to actually cite the amount of time that I've been spending helping people in the post. So,
Okay, but I mean, not to, you know what you need to do. It just feels like what you need to do is reach out to people. So I don't understand why you need this information now. So I'm just
well,
trying to understand.
that's, I mean, when I write stuff, I try to write
So I
data
mean,
that makes it, um, the reason that they should attend this call is, you know, if you want to see what we've learned in the X amount of hours of helping people reduce the overwhelm in their business, um, like having a concrete number like that is one of those like really um, like heavy authority things in marketing. So I wanted to be able to say the actual numbers.
okay, that makes sense in a post, but I feel like aren't you just reaching out to people like by direct message?
Yeah, but I'm still gonna write you know,
You
a
know what you
message
do
that has,
best.
yeah.
I don't know. And maybe that's why you get clients and I don't. Also, the fact that I don't try, but that's beside the point. All right, I'll stop distracting you. You do what you
No
got to do.
worries. Well, part of it is like I've been wanting to know these numbers for other stuff too. So it's not just this one message that I'm putting together. But since it's gonna be like, I'm gonna be reaching out to a dozen people or so, and then it'll also be able to go in post. It's like, yeah, it is like, 5-10 minutes of not actually reaching out, but it's like that knowing those numbers becomes a very valuable asset for any content that I create over the next few days.
Okay. You do you. I just didn't understand. It seems super complicated. I'm like, what are you doing?
Well, it is complicated, and I need to find a better system other than manually doing it. But I've been trying to figure out how do I add the hours of us talking on nothing interesting. Like on our YouTube channel, it has most of the calls that I'm on when I'm helping people, as well as our conversations where I mean, technically we are building an offer for ourselves. So what I'm saying in terms of marketing is like I've spent this many hours over the last 2 months creating offers with people and helping clients, like which is literally what I've been doing with that time. And so if you want to see what I've learned in those hours helping people, it's like it's a lot more compelling for me to say I've spent over 150 hours or almost 150 hours doing this thing to help you remove overwhelm than for somebody to say, yeah, I've been talking to people and this is what it's like talking to
Yeah.
people is not, it doesn't create authority or expertise. And saying a number means I'm paying attention to what I'm doing, I'm measuring it, and that like it implies so many different things that astute people are moved by. Now, for somebody who doesn't value the number, they're probably not a good quality amount of client. But when you start speaking in a slightly different, an elevated way with numbers, it starts getting other people to pay attention. So part of this is I'm just trying to get in the habit of like this is how I craft content. Is like how can I put like some real numbers behind it to quantify what I've done. So episode 12. Episode 4 through 10. Okay. Now I can write this. All right, let me see. Okay. Hey guys, in the last 2 months, I've spent 155 hours building offers and helping coaches on live calls who feel overwhelmed with marketing themselves. And if you'd be interested to see what I've learned and how I've actually helped remove the overwhelm from their business, I'd love to have you join me during a webinar for our upcoming program and give me your honest feedback. My goal is to show you exactly how you can fire overwhelm permanently, as well as how we help people create streamlined and simple systems so they can run their business in 5 minutes a day. If you'd be willing to come and share your honest opinion on what we could do better on our webinar, and also if you learn anything valuable, I'd be forever grateful. You can pick a slot. They're limited. We're just doing these live with a handful of people right now. Right here is the link. That's the message. I feel like it gets to. I mean, it tells people what it is, but I'm kind of leaning on the like goodwill I've created with people. I'm like, I really need this as a favor. I don't know. Like maybe they're
Well,
interested from the.
there's this
Go ahead.
forever grateful part that jumps out at me,
Hmm,
like bad way, because it seems a little desperate.
sure.
It's like if you remove that, does it still convey, like I think the message is still the
Yeah.
same, right?
My goal is to show you exactly how you can fire overwhelm permanently, as well as how we help people create streamlined systems so they can run their business in 5 minutes a day. Yeah, I'll just take that whole section out.
Yeah, everything else seemed great. It's just that one, it kind of like
You
jumped
can
at me.
pick a slot. Yeah, so just in 5 minutes a day, you can pick a slot right here. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that feels good. And it's shorter.
Which is always better.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Hey guys, all right, let's see if I can make it even tighter. Let's copy this. Let me put this on Word doc. I feel like the shorter I can get this, the better.
Actually, can you send it to me on Messenger? That way I
Sure.
can look and at the same time.
Yeah. And you can actually see it in the messenger format. So
Not true.
it'll be like, see how big of a
This
message it
sucks.
is. Well, it's not bad. It's not super long. But I would like to get it a little. Hey guys, in the last 2 months I've spent 155 hours building offers. I've been helping coaches on live calls who feel overwhelmed with marketing themselves and communicating clear and simple. Maybe, oh, you know what?
Okay. Is there a way for you to make it more personal? It's like, it can be kind of a copy and paste message, but you tweak part of it. So in the beginning, it's like, hey, Bob, like, we worked on this together and there's this training that I've done
Mm-hmm.
that I think like good for you. And then you kind of
Yeah.
like segue into that way. Cause that's the only issue with this. Like it would work really well as a post, but as a private
Mm-hmm.
message, it seems like a copy and pasted thing.
Yeah. I could totally send, a dozen people, it might take me 30 minutes or something to just like do it to each person, put their name in it, say, hey, when we talked, this, and then all right, hey guys. So I moved the hours to the second paragraph. So it's like, hey guys, in the last 2 months, I've been building offers and helping coaches on live calls who feel overwhelmed with marketing themselves. Um, and maybe I just end it there.
I'm just wondering
Feel
for the link,
overwhelmed.
more sense to direct them to the sign up page directly so it looks more professional? Or is it better just to the calendar event?
Yeah, we could We could send them there. 5 minute minute Facebook groups.com. All right. Yeah, that does look a lot cleaner. And they'll see the page, which is better. Um,
How about marketing themselves and their services? That just sums up like the last part of that paragraph in like a couple words.
Marketing their business, marketing themselves.
And their business, yeah, because it's about themselves and the business too. So I think it's good to separate them. But yeah, that works
Uh-huh.
for business.
In the last 2 months, I've been building offers and helping coaches on live calls who felt overwhelmed with marketing themselves and their business. You, let's see. If you know what? I'd love to have you join me during a webinar. To see what I've learned after spending 155 hours helping people remove overwhelm from their business. And give me your honest feedback. My goal is to show you exactly how you can fire. My goal is to show you how you can fire overwhelm permanently and how we help people streamline and create and how we help people create streamlined and simple systems. My goal is to show you exactly how to fire overwhelm permanently and how we can help you streamline and simplify. My goal is to show you exactly how to fire overwhelm permanently and how we can help you streamline and simplify so you can run your business in as little as 5 minutes a day. You could pick a slot. They're limited as we're just doing these live with a handful of people right now. Here, let's do this. Slots unlimited. If you'd like, pick a slot here. Six. No, that's too many. Do 20. Okay, that feels better. Okay. Hey guys, in the last 2 months, I've been building offers and helping coaches on live calls who feel overwhelmed with marketing themselves and their business. Love to have you join me during the webinar to see what I've learned after spending 155 hours helping people remove overwhelm from their business, and give me your honest feedback. My goal is to show you exactly how to fire overwhelm permanently and how we can help you streamline and simplify so you can run your business in as little as 5 minutes a day. Slots are limited to 12, as we're doing these live with a handful of people right now, but if you'd like, you can pick a slot here, 5minutefacebookgroups.com. So I am asking them for their feedback, like they can read it as a favor or they can just see it as like, you know, it's just a generic like, we want you to, come open-minded, that sort of thing. It's not as desperate as you said. Um, feels a little bit tighter, and then if I just personalize this to each person, um, yeah, it feels like that's a pretty decent, simple. Here, let me send you the updated copy. Let me see what that looks like in the message. A little bit shorter message.
I'm kind of working on it on my end, so I can just send it to you and you can,
Sure.
kind
Yeah.
of compare and pick whatever
All right.
best.
I'm gonna go to the bathroom.
Or just
Yeah.
compare
Go ahead and send me your version when you're done.
Sure. What?
I got a random cold message from somebody. They just said hello. So I said, hey, how are you? I'm expecting that they're gonna random copy paste me with some sort of, because like works at crypto.com and Ellen, it's like, it's just one of those. I'm
Yeah.
gonna like copy and paste them right back with my own offer.
You should send him the exact offer that we're working on right
That's
now.
exactly what I like. I have it ready to go.
Uh, I made it longer instead of shorter. All right, just rereading and tweaking a few things, but the brunt of it is there. All right, I'm repeating a bit the same thing, but this is the gist of it.
Mm-hmm.
You want me to send it to you by text or read it?
Read it to me first.
All right. Hi, Bob, because everyone's name is Bob. Uh, how is, mention whatever you help them with going. So just kind of open up with a question and reminder of this is how I helped you.
Mm-hmm.
And then move on to like, I recently discovered something I believe could be highly beneficial to you and your business. I spent 155 hours in the last 2 months helping dozens of overwhelmed coaches create irresistible offers and teaching them how to effectively market themselves and their business. I created a webinar sharing the 3 secrets I uncovered during this process and introducing people to an upcoming program my business partner and I are currently building. I would love to have you join us, as I believe the principles I teach in this webinar would be useful for you and your business. That's the part I kind of repeat. I would also love to get your thoughts on how we could make this even more valuable for people like you. My goal is to show you exactly how to permanently fire overwhelm from your business so you can run your entire business, repeating anyway, in only 5 minutes per day. You can pick a slot, and that last part is the same.
Mm-hmm.
So it's unfortunately longer, and maybe it's just completely dumb. I don't know. It's just, I was reworking and that's what came out.
Why not? Let's try it with a bunch of different people. Oh, just got
Anyway, I'll
a.
send you and you can kind of see whatever elements you want to pick and choose or whatever. So I did a rewrite that may be better or worse or exactly the same in a different way. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, sent it to you. The final decision is up to you. And like you can see, it wasn't perfect. Like it still needs tweaking, but that's the gist.
Uh-huh. Hey, let's see. Why did not join the Facebook group creation program? Help this other person told you in hurry. Created a group to make you efforts. Project anymore. Yeah, we didn't show up to push with me 2 times. Trust me. Contact me.
Uh, you're still working on it?
No, I'm responding to one of the people that I was going to actually directly message just reached out to me. Apparently, I missed a meeting. I think I got sick or something one day and didn't have like this has been months ago, but she had scheduled some sort of energy reading session or something with me, and I forget what happened. But anyway, um, told her I was going to reschedule, and then um,
Life happened.
yeah, exactly. And then she just reached out to me. She sent me this big long thing saying like, so I don't know if like you didn't like what I was doing or whatever, but she's like, she just kind of trying to clear the air. I don't know if I don't know, but she felt she read the like since I didn't show up to the sessions, she's like thought maybe you had some resistance or you didn't quite trust me. And she was just saying that she had like a problem with the way that I communicated or no communication. So she just felt like it wasn't upfront or straight enough. So my guess is what she's wondering is like, is what she's doing like really woo or something? And she's trying to figure out like, is she like freaking people out? I don't know if she's reaching out for a specific reason or if it just was bugging her, but I don't know. It's been quite a while and this is a very random reach out. But anyway, she started it. So I put my put my little thing there and dropped my little
She started, but
so
I finished.
yeah, exactly. So I asked her like what she's been up to in the meantime. So but I dropped my that we've been creating a group program, got a thing, and so see where that goes.
It's like,
Um,
oh, sorry, it must have slipped through the crack. We've been so busy creating this new program, blah, blah, blah. It's like, oh,
it's
by the
exactly
way,
what I said. Like, sorry for the way that you took that. I want to apologize. I've been heads down creating my group program. Spent 155 hours helping coaches remove overwhelm in their business. So, like, it's nothing personal. Appreciate you reaching out, clearing the air. Sorry for giving you a bad impression. That I don't value or trust what you do. And then I said, like, I hope that you reaching out is a sign that friendship's not irredeemable. I'd love to hear what you've been up to. What have you been doing? So then she just responded back. She's like, "Oh, thanks so much for your feedback." It's like, "Well, congratulations on your work and blah blah blah." So I think
nice.
it's just one of those weird moments where it's like my the way that the message came across was like there was some slight maybe insecurity on her part and maybe I mean, she was kind of like coming to a place where I'd given her some positive affirmation before, and then she's like worried that that loop was never closed, and so maybe she's like, I don't know. So realize that communication style is really important for me, and clarity is too. So I'm happy to clear things with you. Hmm. She's a very interesting person. She's like English is not her native language. She speaks like three languages. One of them is like Finnish or something. And um, anyway, she has a very interesting perception of the world. And she doesn't come across as like super like weird, but she you just get this sense that like because of the language and cultural thing, it's like I feel like we're almost talking about the same thing, but it's like she just seems like she comes at things from like a different angle.
I, hmm, I'm wondering if we should do a two-step process for this. Just like check in like, hey, how is, this thing that we worked
Hmm.
on together? Like, how's that going? By the way, I just
Hmm.
discovered something I think could be super valuable for you and your business. Do you want me to tell you
Hmm.
about it?
Hmm.
And like that opens a loop that creates intrigue. And then when they're like, yeah, then you just kind of like send them like, oh, I spent this 155 hours in the last 2 months, blah, blah,
Hmm.
blah. Just like I'm sharing the three secrets in a webinar. I think it could be useful for you. I would love your feedback. If you want to attend, here's the link. Like I think opening the loop and then closing the loop would be the best strategy for this rather than just like, blah, here's all the information.
Hmm. It's really funny. She reminds me a little bit of like one of my ex-girlfriends who is also European. It's like I don't know whether it's like that's only like vague connection that my brain can make, but it's like she reminds me a little bit of like on some of like some people are kind of like hungry for like positive affirmation. And so and I don't know, like a part of that could just completely be me projecting. She's one of those people I feel like I don't 100% get. Anyway, I guess she's going to bed. It's probably in middle of the night for her. All right. Hi, Bob. How is blah 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 going? I discovered something I believe could be highly beneficial to you and your business. I've spent 155 hours in the last 2 months helping dozens of coaches create irresistible offers, teaching them how to effectively market themselves in their business. I've created a webinar sharing the three secrets I uncovered during this process.
I'm actually reworking on it um, in like the two parts version. This would be part one.
All right.
laughing
My
because
wife just sent me. Oh man, I wish I could see. This woman, this is amazing. This woman has an OnlyFans where she set up uh,
super
um
blurry, but okay.
she made an OnlyFans for saucy Victorian ankle pics. So she just like dresses up as like
That
a
is very,
Victorian person like cosplaying like the most salacious thing she can do is show her ankles. And like I don't know. That's that's hilarious to me.
why not? I mean, yeah, it is like that. I guess that's what they say. Like, the riches are in the niches. It's like, that is
Right?
super neat.
Yeah. I mean, what a what a creative way to like monetize getting to play dress up. Like the opposite of what most people go on
And the thing is,
OnlyFans
like, it's
for.
not really that bad. It's like, oh my God, you're a porn star. It's like, no, it's ankle. It's like,
Not
how
even not even like my ankles, like historical ankles.
historical
Plenty of
ankle. Ankles
plenty of
through the age.
hosiery.
Uh,
Oh man, funny. All right. Well, I just need to send this to a bunch of people now.
yeah, why am I working on this? It's really not that important. Like, as long as the message gets across.
I have no idea.
It's like, I'm gonna keep working on it. You're like, oh, I already sent like my version to everyone. You're wasting your time. All right, I'm gonna moving on.
Wow.
What?
So I've consistently spent about 20 hours a week um, on calls with people. I mean, most of them have been with you, but that's that's a pretty serious amount of time. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know if you could spend that much time working on something and not make progress. But I mean, yeah, that's nothing to sneeze at. 20 hours, 20 hours a week on calls. Dang, impressive.
Is it okay if I leave for a couple minutes?
Yeah, I'm actually going to, my red's just about here, so I'm just gonna send a couple more
Okay.
messages and I'll probably have to pack up.
All right. So anyway, let me know if you need any help, any, whatever you need, I'm there.
Appreciate it. All right.
It's so funny. Someone posted about masterminds in the Freedom Initiative, and I just randomly responded because I'm like, well, I've run 2 masterminds in my life. And, just, conversation kept going. And I'm like, well, hopefully that was useful. And she's like, yeah, super informative and helpful
Mm-hmm.
in my quest for understanding masterminds. Super appreciative, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, glad I could help. Let me know if you have any other questions. I'm not an expert, but I will gladly help if I can. I'm like, I guess this is business networking, even though I wasn't trying to. It's like, if you want, you can join our paid mastermind. Costs you $1,000, plus you get this course as a bonus. All right, well, I don't know how productive or non-productive today was, but hopefully it helped.
Yeah, I mean, this is really helpful, I think, because now I have a message I can just blast this out to, everybody that I can. And then it's just a matter of like follow up. Like just keep following up with all the leads. Like I'm looking at Justin did this interview with me on firing unnecessary overwhelm in your business. So he did like a 30-minute interview with me in the Freedom Initiative where I pitched going to the webinar, but it's like I just covered the FU, FUN, FUND framework of like just stop doing the stuff you don't need to do, the stuff that you can't stop, make it fun, and the stuff that's not fun, give it to somebody else. And I'm like, if you want to hear how we help you do that, it's like go to our thing. But like several people that I don't know liked that post, commented on it. It's like those are leads. Those are people who are actually interested in getting rid of overwhelm. And then he posted a post promoting the interview. He's like, he did here's how to reduce overwhelm in your business.
Yeah, I saw his post. I can't like,
And then he just summarized what we talked about, and he's like, if you want to hear more about this, like go watch the interview. It's like people who liked that and commented on it's like he's doing promotion. He's doing like so everybody on there is a lead. So I just need to reach out to all these people and like, hey, I saw you commented on Justin's thing. It's like I put together a webinar showing the stuff that I've learned over the last 155 hours. Like I've spent 20 hours a week on calls actually helping people do this. And that's what our webinar covers. Would you be willing to give it a watch? Let me know what you think. I you know, and
I
all of
think
these people have
you just said
basically
that.
done a soft hand raise.
I think what you just said there is perfect. Like
Mm-hmm.
3 paragraphs,
Mm-hmm.
like 4 paragraphs is like, I've done this,
Yeah.
that, I'm going to share it. Love for you to
Yeah.
like go and provide
Yeah.
feedback.
Hey, saw you liked Justin's post about reducing overwhelm in your business. Um, that's what I've been helping people with for the last 2 months. Spent 155 hours and 20 hours a week actually on calls with people. And you know, I just put together a brand new webinar. I'd love your feedback on it to see, and where I'm sharing how you can actually do this. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Let me just write that.
Yeah.
Okay. Where's
I feel like at this point I'm kind of useless. So I'm going to let you do your thing.
all right.
And tomorrow we're good. Same as usual.
Yep.
All right. See you tomorrow then.
Thanks, Gil.
My pleasure.
Mm-hmm.